Please enter.
Behind the whimsical world of Willy Wonka's chocolate factory lies a collection of real-life stories more dramatic than any fictional tale. The 2005 film Charlie and the Chocolate Factory introduced us to unforgettable characters, but the actors who brought them to life faced triumphs, tragedies, and controversies far beyond the candy-coated fantasy. From Johnny Depp's turbulent journey as the eccentric chocolatier to the heartbreaking fates of beloved co-stars like Christopher Lee and David Kelly, these stories reveal Hollywood's hidden truths. Some cast members soared to fame, while others vanished from the spotlight, or met untimely ends. What really happened to the golden ticket winners after the cameras stopped rolling? In this deep dive, we'll uncover the shocking personal struggles behind Depp's iconic performance, the tragic final chapters of the film's deceased stars, the surprising paths of former child actors like Freddie Highmore, little-known controversies that followed the cast for decades. Subscribe now as we peel back the layers of one of cinema's most magical films and expose the bittersweet reality its stars faced. Their stories begin where the fairy tale ended. When Johnny Depp stepped into Willy Wonka's purple velvet coat in 2005, he brought an eerie, childlike strangeness to the role, one that divided fans but cemented his reputation as Hollywood's most unpredictable leading man. At 42, Depp was already a superstar, but beneath the surface, his life was spiraling into chaos. The role that almost broke him. Depp based Wonka's whispery voice and detached demeanor on how a 10-year-old would imagine a weird uncle. Critics called it creepy, but Tim Burton defended it as intentionally unsettling. During filming, Depp was embroiled in a bitter custody battle with Vanessa Paradis while secretly battling addiction. Crew members reported he often retreated to his trailer, shaking and withdrawn. The downfall. Post-Wonka, Depp's career soared, Pirates of the Caribbean sequels, until 2016. When Amber Heard's abuse allegations ignited a public implosion. His 2022 defamation trial exposed drug use, violent texts and career sabotage, a far cry from Wonka's whimsy. Where is he now? At 60. Depp directs Modigliani, 2025, and tours with guitarist Jeff Beck, but Hollywood remains wary. His legacy? A cautionary tale of genius and self-destruction. Few characters in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory inspired as much warmth as Grandpa Joe, and few actors embodied humility like David Kelly, the Irish theatre legend who brought him to life at age 75. But behind his twinkling eyes and bedridden antics lay a lifetime of quiet resilience. From Dublin stages to Hollywood, Kelly grew up in poverty in 1930s Dublin, sneaking into theatres as a child. His first role? A corpse in a local play, They Paid Me in Sandwiches. For decades, he was Ireland's most beloved stage actor before breaking internationally at 65 in Waking Ned Devine, 1998. The role of a lifetime. As Grandpa Joe, Kelly performed his own dance numbers despite severe arthritis. The bed scenes were agony, he admitted, but how could I complain when Charlie's family slept on the floor? A quiet exit. Kelly passed away in 2012 at 82, never seeking fame. His final words to his wife, "Tell the kids I got out of bed one last time." Today, a Dublin theatre bears his name, proof that the kindest stars never fade. When Christopher Lee loomed onto the screen as Willy Wonka's terrifying dentist father, audiences shuddered, but few realized they were watching one of cinema's most extraordinary lives unfold. At 83, Lee wasn't just acting, he was channeling a past more haunting than any fiction. From Nazi hunter to Hollywood icon, Lee's pre-acting life sounds like a spy thriller, fluent in 6 languages. He served in British intelligence during World War II, hunting Nazi war criminals. He refused to discuss it, saying only, "I saw things no man should." His 200-plus film career began when he terrified audiences as Dracula, 1958, but he considered Dr. Wonka his most personal role, channeling his own strict father. The scene that broke Tim Burton. Lee's 4-minute flashback as Dr. Wonka became the film's emotional core. Burton wept during filming. Chris delivered those lines about hating chocolate with such real pain, because he understood lonely childhoods. The final curtain. Lee worked until his death at 93 in 2015, recording heavy metal albums, earning a knighthood, and becoming the oldest actor to headline a blockbuster, The Hobbit. His last words? How terribly boring it all seems now. A legend to the end. At just 13 years old, Freddie Highmore charmed the world as wide-eyed Charlie Bucket in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But unlike so many child stars who flame out, Highmore quietly engineered one of Hollywood's most graceful transitions to adult success. The making of a prodigy. Highmore was handpicked by Johnny Depp, who'd befriended him after working together on Finding Neverland, 2004. Depp told Burton, "He's not acting, he's just that kind." His natural performance earned him a Critics' Choice nomination. But he refused more blockbusters. "I wanted to stay in school. Acting wasn't an obsession." The deliberate disappearance. From 2008 to 2013, Highmore vanished from Hollywood to earn a double first at Cambridge University in Arabic and Spanish. "People assumed I'd quit," he said. "I was just living." The second act. His calculated return as the Good Doctor, 2017-present, proved his range and broke ratings records. Now 32, he also writes and produces the show, avoiding scandals with a privacy ethic rare in former child stars. The lesson? As one director put it, Freddie treated fame like Wonka's chocolate, something to savor, not gorge on. While Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's Oompa Loompa appeared as dozens of identical workers, there was only one man behind every single performance, Deep Roy. At 57, the Kenyan Indian actor endured what may be cinema's most grueling acting challenge: the physical toll of perfection. Roy performed all 165 Oompa Loompa scenes himself, requiring 12-hour days in prosthetic makeup, 42 identical costumes, over 10,000 takes for the musical numbers. "I'd work from 4 a.m. to midnight," Roy recalled. Tim Burton wanted every movement identical, like clones. Hollywood's unsung stunt legend. Before Wonka, Roy was already a go-to for physically demanding roles. Stand-in for Yoda in Star Wars. Double for Danny DeVito in Batman Returns. Puppeteer in Planet of the Apes. The legacy few see. Now 76. Roy still does stunt work, but battles chronic pain from the Wonka shoot. His reward? No credit for individual Oompa Loompa, just a single line in the cast list. "I'm proud of that pain," he says. It's my invisible Artikel. 6 Anna Sophia Robb. When 11-year-old Anna Sophia Robb transformed into the gum-obsessed, record-setting Violet Beauregarde, she delivered one of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's most memorably bratty performances. But behind the blueberry-swollen prosthetics was a young actress determined to prove she was more than just a spoiled on-screen caricature. A child star with grown-up discipline. Robb trained 4 hours daily to perfect Violet's competitive chewing. Real gum was banned after 27 takes left her jaw swollen. She insisted on doing her own stunts for the blueberry inflation scene, despite hanging upside down for hours. "That blue makeup took days to wash out," she later joked. "My middle school classmates thought I had hypothermia." The deliberate reinvention. Unlike many child stars, Robb strategically avoided typecasting. Earned acclaim in Bridge to Terabithia, 2007, as a thoughtful, artistic counterpoint to Violet. Studied environmental science at Stanford while continuing to act. Became an outspoken advocate for sustainable fashion and mental health awareness. Where is she now? Now 30, Robb balances acting with activism, recently producing documentaries on fast fashion's environmental toll. Violet was all about instant gratification, she reflects. "I've spent my adult career fighting that very idea." When 11-year-old Anna Sophia Robb transformed into the gum-obsessed, record-setting Violet Beauregarde, she delivered one of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory's most memorably bratty performances. But behind the blueberry-swollen prosthetics was a young actress determined to prove she was more than just a spoiled on-screen caricature. A child star with grown-up discipline. Robb trained 4 hours daily to perfect Violet's competitive chewing. Real gum was banned after 27 takes left her jaw swollen. She insisted on doing her own stunts for the blueberry inflation scene, despite hanging upside down for hours. "That blue makeup took days to wash out," she later joked. "My middle school classmates thought I had hypothermia." The deliberate reinvention. Unlike many child stars, Robb strategically avoided typecasting. Earned acclaim in Bridge to Terabithia, 2007, as a thoughtful, artistic counterpoint to Violet. Studied environmental science at Stanford while continuing to act. Became an outspoken advocate for sustainable fashion and mental health awareness. Where is she now? Now 30, Robb balances acting with activism, recently producing documentaries on fast fashion's environmental toll. Violet was all about instant gratification, she reflects. "I've spent my adult career fighting that very idea." As the hyperactive screen-addicted Mike TV in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, 12-year-old Jordan Fry delivered one of the film's most darkly comic performances. But unlike his co-stars, Fry's post-Wonka journey took a mysterious turn, one that saw Hollywood's bright lights fade to black. the role that almost didn't happen. Fry beat out 300-plus boys by improvising Mike's sarcastic, "I'm gonna be on TV" line. His TV stretching scene took 78 takes, leaving him with motion sickness for weeks. The chocolate river smelled like rotten milk. He recalled in a rare 2010 interview. The disappearance. After voicing Meet the Robinsons, 2007, Fry quietly left acting, citing relentless bullying in school for being the TV kid. Undisclosed health struggles, rumored to be anxiety-related. A leaked 2013 police report described a mental health crisis at his Arizona home. The quiet rebirth. Now 30, Fry reportedly works in construction and avoids all Hollywood contact. His former agent offered the only public comment, "Some kids pay too high a price for magic." When Liz Smith shuffled on screen as Grandma Georgina in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, few realized they were watching one of Britain's greatest late-blooming actresses. At 83, after decades as a cleaner and factory worker, Smith was just beginning her reign as cinema's most beloved grandmother. The 60-year overnight success. Spent her early life in menial jobs until, at 50, a local theater director cast her on instinct. Became Mike Leigh's go-to for kitchen sink realism in the 1980s. Drawing from her own working-class past. Was literally washing dishes when the Wonka offer came. "I thought it was a prank for my grandkids." Stealing scenes in a blanket. As the skeptical, blanket-bound Georgina, Smith improvised her iconic side eyes and muttered warnings, "He's up to no good." Taught Freddie Highmore card tricks between takes. Insisted on wearing her own threadbare nightgown for realism. The final bow. Smith kept acting well into her 90s. Most famously as Nana in the royal family. She died in 2016 at 95. Her gravestone reads, "She finally got out of bed." As sweet Grandma Josephine in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Eileen Essel personified warmth, but few knew the 82-year-old actress had lived through real-world darkness far removed from Wonka's whimsical factory. Her journey from wartime radio operator to beloved screen grandmother was one of Hollywood's most unexpected second acts. The secret war ihrs. Joined Britain's Women's Auxiliary Air Force at 19. Decoding Nazi communications during the Blitz, we worked by candlelight as bombs fell. Was briefly engaged to a Spitfire pilot who died over Normandy. She never married. War teaches you to cherish imagination. She later said of Wonka's fantasy world. Later life magic. Essel didn't act professionally until age 60, becoming a familiar face in UK commercials as the cookie-baking granny. Tim Burton cast her after seeing her in a detergent ad. A graceful exit. She passed peacefully in 2015 at 92, with her final role as a fairy in Cinderella, 2015. In her last interview, she summed up her life simply, "At my age, every day is a golden ticket." The cast of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory embarked on journeys as divergent as the film's golden ticket winners, some finding everlasting fame, others fading into obscurity, and a few meeting tragic ends. Their collective story serves as a haunting metaphor for childhood's fleeting magic and the price of stardom. Freddie Highmore and Anna Sophia Robb rewrote the child star curse, transitioning gracefully into adulthood, Highmore as a respected showrunner, Robb as an activist. Their paths echo Charlie's humility and Violet's reinvention. Johnny Depp's trajectory mirrored Wonka's isolation, genius dimmed by self-sabotage. Jordan Fry became Mike TV in Truth. A boy stretched to sin bei Fames Klare. Liz Smith and Eileen Essel proved golden tickets can arrive late, their 80s-era stardom a testament to perseverance. Like Grandpa Joe leaving his bed. They seized their moment. The deceased cast members, Christopher Lee, David Kelly, left legacies richer than any fictional character. Their real-life heroism, war service, artistic integrity, outshone even Wonka's inventions. Roald Dahl's tale warned of childhood's impermanence. These actors lived it. As the credits roll, we're left wondering, was the real golden ticket the friends we made along the way? A spoiler, no. It was capitalism.